welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, take a deep breath, because today's story isn't loud, and it isn't dramatic. It's quiet, it's subtle, and it's powerful. In a world where every move is watched, there are moments that happen without performance, moments that reveal truth through silence. Today, we're talking about one of those moments. A moment when Jungkook was hurt, and Jimin was the first one by his side. A moment that many people missed, but those who saw it felt it deeply. So stay with us. Watch closely, because sometimes the smallest moments say the most. Sometimes the most powerful moments are not the loud ones. They are not announced. They are not meant to be seen by everyone. They happen quietly, almost unnoticed, yet they leave the deepest impact. And this is one of those moments. When Jungkook got hurt, there was no hesitation. Jimin was the first one by his side. Before the situation fully registered, before others could react, Jimin had already moved toward him. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't forced. It was instinctive, like something his body did before his mind even had time to think. That alone says a lot, because instinct reveals what matters most. As Jungkook showed signs of pain, Jimin stayed close, watching him carefully, focused entirely on his well-being. In that moment, the noise of the world seemed to fade. There were no cameras to play for, no performances to maintain, only concern, raw and genuine. And then came the moment that made everything even more meaningful. Namjoon, as the leader, asked everyone else to leave. It was a clear decision meant to give space, privacy, and calm. One by one, the others stepped away. The room grew quieter. But one person did not leave. Jimin stayed. And that choice changed everything. Because staying, when you are not required to, is a statement. It's not obligation. It's not responsibility. It's devotion through presence. Jimin didn't stay because he had to. He stayed because he wanted to. Because in that moment, Jungkook didn't need a crowd. He needed someone he trusted. Someone whose presence alone could bring comfort. And Jimin understood that without a single word being spoken. This is why so many people say this moment speaks volumes. Because it does. It speaks about trust, about emotional safety, and about a bond that doesn't need explanations or labels. Jungkook didn't need to ask Jimin to stay. Jimin didn't need permission to remain. They simply knew. For those who have followed them for years, this wasn't surprising, it was familiar. Time and time again, whenever Jungkook finds himself vulnerable, Jimin is there. Sometimes it's a gentle hand. Sometimes it's a quiet glance. Sometimes it's simply standing close enough to say, "You're not alone." This moment wasn't new, it was consistent. And consistency is never accidental. It's built over years, over shared struggles, late-night practices, overwhelming pressure, and growth under the harshest spotlight imaginable. From trainees to global artists, Jungkook and Jimin didn't just grow together professionally, they grew emotionally. They learned how to read each other without words. That's why this moment felt so heavy. Because it wasn't performative. It wasn't staged. It happened when things were uncomfortable. When the situation was fragile. When emotions were real. And those are the moments that reveal the truth of a connection. Jimin didn't try to draw attention to himself. He didn't exaggerate his concern. He simply stayed, calm, steady, grounding. Sometimes, that's the strongest form of care there is. For Jungkook, who has often been seen as strong, resilient, and endlessly capable, moments of vulnerability are rare and precious. And when they come, having someone who chooses to remain by your side can make all the difference. That's what makes this moment unforgettable. Not because something dramatic happened, but because something honest did. Two people, one difficult moment, and one quiet decision to stay. No speeches, no explanations, just presence. And presence, in its purest form, is love. Behind the massive stages, the flawless performances, and the global success, BTS are still human. They feel pain. They need reassurance. They rely on each other in ways the world doesn't always see. This moment reminded us of that. It reminded us that care doesn't need to be loud to be real. That loyalty doesn't require an audience. And that the deepest bonds are often shown when no one is watching. When Jungkook got hurt, Jimin was there first. And when everyone else left, Jimin stayed. That choice speaks louder than any words ever could. And for many of us, it means everything. Purple Heart, moments like this don't need explanations. They don't need labels. They don't need to be loud to be real. When Jungkook needed space, Jimin gave him presence. When everyone else stepped away, Jimin stayed. And in that silence, a story was told without words. If this moment spoke to you the way it spoke to us, you're not alone. Sometimes, it's not about what's shown, it's about what's felt. Thank you for watching until the end. If you felt something today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more moments that go deeper than the surface. Until next time, keep watching closely, because the quiet moments matter most. Purple Heart,